Yes, in today's video I just want to show you how the cocoa bean is being planted, how to sow the cocoa bean. Many people do not actually get the techniques and the method in which we apply while sowing the cocoa bean, and that is why some of my colleagues, they do complain that after sowing the cocoa bean, most of them do not germinate, most of them do not come up. Why? What has happened? It's because that you don't follow the rules. There are rules in planting method. There are some rules a cocoa grower must abide with, that you need to stick to before you plant. Number one, when you break your cocoa from the pod, then before sowing it, there is need for you to do what we call the separation method by washing the cocoa bean. So how do you wash the cocoa bean? You can either use the soil or sawdust, but in this case I make use of sawdust. I try to avoid soil simply because I realize when I make use of soil, it gives cacao a kind of bruising, the cacao bean. So for me to avoid that bruising on the part of cacao bean, I make use of the sawdust to do my washing. So I wash it thoroughly with the help of sawdust. After washing thoroughly, then I'll be able to see it clearly. I'll be able to separate the defect cocoa bean from the one that are viable. So if I don't wash it, I will not be able to separate it. So that is why it's quite important for a cocoa grower, a cocoa farmer, to always do the separation test. And how do you do the separation test? You can actually perform the separation test by washing your cacao bean thoroughly and with the aid of sawdust or soil. But to me, I prefer sawdust. Like I said, soil gives cacao bean bruising. When you use the soil to wash it gives it a kind of bruising. So for me to avoid that bruising on the part of cacao bean, I use sawdust. That's what I use for my washing. So after washing it thoroughly with the help of sawdust and water, then you'll be able to see it clearly. Those beans that are defect, so be able to separate them. If you plant them directly like that, they will not germinate. And once they don't germinate, they don't even sprout out at all. So if you're able to wash it, then you'll be able to see it clearly. You separate the defect cacao bean from the one that is healthy, that is viable. And for you to sowing method is very simple. After washing it thoroughly, you can see this cacao bean has been washed. This one has been washed. This is not the way it comes out from the pod. So I've washed this with the aid of sawdust and water. That's how you see this. And from this now, you can see it shows clearly that the cacao bean, they are healthy. These are the one I'm going to plant now. So how do I plant? The planting method is very simple. Once you have your medium, the seedling bag that has been prepared, the next thing is to take them one after the other. They place it on this. This is how to do the planting. So you can either do it once